Hednesford will kick this game off. They will go from right to left, Mansfield from left to right. Let's get the stopwatch ready, of course. Wayne Briggs had that duty the other day. I've got the duty tonight, and we are indeed underway then here at Keys Park in Hednesford. And it's at the moment Hednesford who are on the ball with their left-back chips down the line. It should be cleared. It's Andy Todd who gets a foot to the ball, and immediately it's a throw into Hednesford in line with the edge of the penalty area. I haven't actually got a team sheet telling me the names of the Hednesford players, so we'll have to just do our best to mix in. I might even make up fake names and do the comedy thing again. If you want to get in touch, 07982 865 624, or of course you can tweet us at MCFC Matters. A few of you have done so already. We'll get round to tweeting that. Had a tweet in from Dave S at Yorkshire Stag. Any new faces? Not from Saturday, but there is one trialist, Sam Benjamin, who will play at left back in the second half. Here's Matt Reed on the ball, just inside his own half. Central at the moment, gets it to Luke Jones, who goes for the long punt over the top. Won in the air by Anthony Howell, and then cleared by Hednesford, and the referee has already blown the whistle and gone for another the ball. Do apologise if we're having a few issues on the internet at the moment. We just went offline there temporarily. I do believe that we are back online, up and running now. They do apologise for that. Just had a few issues there. Now we're online, back up and running. Anyway, the game is back underway. It's Hednesford on the attack inside the area. Mansfield can't scramble it away at the moment. Pumped forward, headed away now by Luke Jones, and now Anthony Howell will pick that one up. Howell through the middle, but again it's read by the Hednesford defence and played out from the back to the right back area. Charging over the halfway line now is the white shirted Hednesford right back into the big striker, but it's intercepted well by the captain for the first half, George Pilkington, and lofts the ball over the top for Matt Reed to give chase down the left, and Matt Reed is going to get there. Needs support there at the moment. Matt Reed arriving in the area. Stevenson there as well. Reed gets the pass towards Anthony Howell, but it's a bit too short, and Hednesford have managed to get that one clear. It's a big boot upfield from them, and it's George Pilkington who goes all the way across to head that ball out of play. And in fact, it's going to be a free kick for the Stags after a foul by the Hednesford man on Mansfield's captain for the first half, George Pilkington. Our former commentator Scott Rogers walks in front of us with some water bottles. That's pretty much his role for the night. Ball up inside the Hednesford box at the moment. They're trying to play it out of trouble. It's well read actually by Chris Clements, the former Hednesford man, who tries to put it under pressure, but Hednesford get it away, and now Andy Todd hoofs it up into the air. Clements, who wears 7 on his back tonight, tries to get a foot to the ball, but he's given possession straight to his former team, and it's kept in on this near left-hand side. Good opportunity for a cross now from Hednesford. It's a good left-footed ball towards the far post. It's kept alive once again from the right-hand side now, whipped in towards the middle. There's the snapshot volley, and it's Alan Marriott who watches it safely over the top of his bar. And after 3 minutes here at Keys Park, it still remains Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 0, but it was Hednesford who registered that first chance, and we will make a note of that on our notepad here in front of us as well. And it will be Alan Marriott now who takes the goal kick. Mansfield left to right, Hednesford right to left, headed into the air by Luke Jones, and it will be Andy Owens who mops it up. Where's number 3 on his back to Alan Marriott. First time ball downfield from him. Flicked on by Anthony Howell, but the whistle's gone again for pushing on Howell's part, and it will be a free kick to Hednesford Town. Of course, play in the Evo Stick Northern Premier Division, having been transferred from the Southern equivalent at the start of last season. A playoff finish in the last 3 campaigns for Hednesford. Last season it was a semi-final defeat to the hands of Bradford Park Avenue, a fairly heavy one as well, a 5-0 defeat. Here's Lee Stevenson, looks to try and win possession back for Mansfield Town. At the moment though, it's Hednesford on the ball on this near left-hand side. It's good defensive work from Chris Clements, but he's judged again to have fouled, and it will be a free kick to Hednesford. In fact, the referee is ordering a bounce up here as the 2 players came to a head. Referee forcing the Hednesford man back, and it's Clements who goes in sharply and hooked forward by Mansfield once again with Jamie Hand. Now it's on the edge of the central to the edge of the box with Anthony Howell, who completes the switch from right to left to Andy Owens. Owens looks to deliver a deep cross. The target is Matt Reed. The flag's up for offside, and as Anthony Howell chests the ball down the edge of the area, it will be play which has stopped, and a free kick for Hednesford Town. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. You're listening to Mansfield Matters on www.mtfcmatters.weebly.com. We've had some 4 minutes gone here. Don't forget you can get in touch on the text line 07982 865 624 or on Twitter we're at MTFC Matters. Here's Andy Todd at right back for Mansfield. His clearance is low and poor, and it's Hednesford who pump it back into the Mansfield half, but it's too heavy and already out for a goal kick, which Alan Merritt's the goalkeeper in the first half. Will take a stronger first half side from Mansfield compared to the one they played against Leamington on Saturday, but again it's 45 each, and we'll bring you through the second half team later on in the game. Marriott's goal kick is up towards Reed, headed away, and it's Jamie Hand who hoofs it over the top now, looking for Green in behind. Stevenson's there as well, and it's Hednesford who scramble it clear. Now on the left hand side, it's gone out for a throw, and it's the first opportunity now for Andy Owens to launch a long throw into the area. He's got that weapon on him. We saw it used to good effect on Saturday at Leamington. 6 gone then here at Keys Park. Mansfield left to right. It's Owens' throw. It's launched towards the front post, flicked up into the air by Howell. Now Matt Reed looks to bring it down, scrambled away by Hednesford. Now Jamie Hand, midway between the halfway line and the edge of the box. Hand will chip a ball back wide left, looking for Reed. It's heavy control, but Reed has done well to win it back and shrug off his man. Reed's ball in towards the middle is good, but it's collected by the goalkeeper, and it was more of a shot rather than a cross. But Matt Reed again showed tremendous work rate and tremendous physical ability to win Mansfield possession back there. 6 minutes gone here at Keys Park. Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 0. You're listening to Mansfield Matters. I'm Craig Priest. We've had a text come in, and we'll read that out very shortly. And it will be a throw in to Hednesford over on that far side. Thanks very much to those of you who are joining. Again, apologies if you're having a little bit of trouble. I know we did go offline earlier. If anyone's out there and can put something online, just tell people to refresh the page. But we're doing our best to do coverage again here once again tonight. Here is a free kick then for Hednesford Town from deep. 7 minutes gone. It's midway between the halfway line and the edge of the Mansfield penalty box on the far right hand side. Left footed ball in towards the air, and it's held by Alan Marriott. It was a very calm take from the Mansfield shot stopper, and once again it's Marriott who looks to deliver long downfield. Out of his hands, right footed, it bounces once, but it's cleared by Hednesford, picked up by Andy Todd on the halfway line. Great delivery over the top, looking for Matt Green, who tries to get in behind with the keeper. The keeper's missed it. Stevenson will volley it towards goal, but the whistle's already gone, and the shot from Stevenson lands wide as well. So 7 minutes gone then. Still remains 0-0, and it will be a free kick to Hednesford Town after a foul by Matt Green on the goalkeeper. It will be delivered downfield, right-footed again. Can't tell you the Hednesford team. There's one team sheet between all three of us here tonight. I can't actually see it, but I know the Mansfield players, because I asked Paul Cox the team beforehand, so we'll just go with them. Here's the goalkeeper then, right-footed downfield for Hednesford. Mansfield left to right, Hednesford right to left. Luke Jones wins the ball in the air and heads out into the stand. Throw in to Hednesford Town on this near left-hand side. It's taken quickly. Anthony Howell moves in to intercept and wins Mansfield Town a throw-in. So possession immediately back in Mansfield Town's hands. And it will be Andy Todd who will take the throw for Mansfield. Looks to go long down the line and is over the halfway line. Matt Reed's the target, but again headed up into the air by Hednesford. Back to Todd, over the halfway line with a powerful header again. Howell with the flick up into the air and out of play for a Hednesford throw. It's Mansfield line-up then as follows in this first period. It's a 4-3-1-2 formation. Alan Marriott in goal. Back four of Andy Todd, George Pilkington, Luke Jones and Andy Owens. Chris Clements, Jamie Hand and Anthony Howell, the sitting midfield three, with Lee Stevenson playing just behind Matt Reed and Matt Green. In the second half it will be the same formation again with another strong side, and there is more Mansfield substitutes on the bench should they be needed, which do include Scott Rogers and Joe Shaw, the two youth team lads from last season. Of course, the second half squad at the moment are actually sat around 2 rows in front of us. They'll go off and do some warming up before the half-time break, and of course will be replaced by the current crop that are out there for the second half, just keeping those seats warm. In terms of the action, it's a throw into Mansfield Town on the left-hand side after a Hednesford move didn't come off, and it's Andy Owens who launches one down the line. It's flicked on by Reid to Green. It's a neat little pass inside for Howell to Jamie Hand inside the centre circle. He's got Todd wide right, but Hand goes wide left in search of Matt Reid. Matt Reid wasn't there, and it floats harmlessly away for a throw. And of course, coming up to 10 minutes gone then here at Keys Park in Hednesford. Get in touch 07982 865 624. Just had a text coming confirming that they can get us now online again. Apologies if it did drop out earlier on. Of course, we're just testing out new kit. Just testing out new kit. Had to buy a new 3G dongle. Thanks very much for a donation yesterday. Back to the action then. We must describe the action more here because this commentary is actually going to be put over the top of the DVD which is being filmed tonight. You can catch highlights when they've been edited on www.mansfieldtown.net, the official word for Mansfield Town, and of course there's Twitter updates on there as well at Mansfield Town FC. Say hello to the guys who are tweeting here from Keys Park. Free kick to Mansfield Town in line with the edge of the penalty area. Which will be taken by Chris Clements over on that far side. Right footed ball in towards the middle. Keeper's punched it away. It should be brought down by Jamie Hand. It's controlled really well. Heavy pitch here, of course. It's cut really roughly, and that's what really tested Mansfield last season. Andy Todd does well at left back as he was covering there to get a ball forward, and it's headed away by Hednesford, and it will be another Mansfield Town throw, and it's an opportunity for Andy Owens to go across to that far side and launch another throw in towards the area. Wayne Briggs usually does join me on these games, but unfortunately he cannot get here tonight, so it's just me. So keep me company on Twitter and on the text. The number you can, and the details on the website. Here's Owens' long throw, then launched in towards the front post for Reid. Here's the flick on towards the middle. Scramble everywhere inside the area. Away once again. It's Owens' driven ball in. It's palmed behind by the keeper, and it will be a Mansfield Town corner then. The first corner of the game coming on some 12 minutes gone here then. We'll make a note on that. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. It will be Chris Clements, the man who takes it. Former Hednesford man, finished top scorer here at Keys Park last season. Poor ball in from him though, and it's easily headed away, but through a throw-in, which undoubtedly will cause yet more misery as Andy Owens goes across to replicate that we saw so often last season with Exeter Skowhegan. I wonder whether Andy Owens will get his own special drumbeat and towel. Back against the Hoardings it goes. It's lofted long. Looping ball, flicked up by Reid. Stevenson's in there as well. Here's Green, the snapshot is blocked. It's a good piece of defensive work there by Hednesford as well, who move it quickly to get it away. Hammered ball through the middle, and now it's 2-on-2 inside the Mansfield half. Chipped over the top, it's a race between Pilkington and the big front man, and Pilkington has got there first to recover it. Fantastic defensive play there from George Pilkington, but you have to give credit to the Hednesford players as well. It was a quick breakaway, and again they had Mansfield on the back foot then. It's coming up to 13 minutes gone. It's a throw into Hednesford now, which is in line with the edge of the Mansfield penalty box. It's going to be a long one, and it comes towards the front post, dominantly headed away by George Pilkington. The whistle's already gone for climbing, and it will be a free kick to Mansfield Town, which Alan Marriott will take once he's got the ball back from Matt Green. And once again, end-to-end action there, and again, Mansfield really caught, but again George Pilkington demonstrating those leadership qualities. He is the skipper tonight. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll bring you up to date on who captains the second half. Probably will be John Dempster as he captained the first half against Leamington. Here's Anthony Howe with a prodded ball over the top. Matt Green is giving chase, and the keeper has spilt it but has done well to recover at the second attempt. And once more it's in the hands of He, and it will be rolled out in front of his feet once again. And just a reminder that I don't actually have names of the Hednesford players tonight. I'll try and get them at half time. Just obviously because I'm on my own here tonight, can't do 7 things at once, which is right down the Hednesford team. Mansfield looking to pick up possession again inside the centre circle with Lee Stevenson. Does well to get it, to wrap his foot round the ball, but he's giving it straight to Hednesford's right back, who canters over the halfway line now and links up with the right winger. Hednesford in a flat 4-4-2, Mansfield in a 4-3-1-2 with Stevenson just behind Green and Reid, and it was that triangle which worked so well in the second half at Leamington on Saturday. Free kick to Hednesford Town after a foul from Andy Owens, and it's going to be Hednesford who put players up from the back. It'll be a ball in from deep, just a step inside the touchline on that far right hand side. Mansfield left to right, Hednesford right to left as we look at it here. from the Keys Park commentary box. Thanks very much for joining Mansfield Matters tonight. Here we go then with the Hednesford free kick. 15 minutes on the clock. It's left-footed in towards the area, but it's Luke Jones who dominates that header in the air and heads it firmly away. And it will trickle out of play for a Mansfield throw on this right-hand side, which Andy Todd comes across to take. And now then it will be he who lost the ball long downfield, up into the air towards Reed, headed away by Hednesford again. So Mansfield steal another 10 yards or so. It's on the halfway line now where this throw will be taken. Adam Murray will getting a clear view of at the minute. The player assistant manager promoted from captain after Mickey Moore's departure. It's a long throw from Todd. Reed again the target. He's got the ball at his feet. Now gets it to Chris Clements, the former Hednesford hero. Scored 17 in 54 starts last term. In comes the ball from deep. It's a good shout from the keeper, I think Dan Crane, who made 55 appearances last time out, the leading appearance maker. It's a good take from him. It's a ball out of his hands now. Of course, Hednesford right to left, Mansfield left to right. Headed away by Andy Owens, but picked up by Hednesford once again. Owens nips in to steal possession once more, and now hammered away by George Pilkington. Over the top for Matt Green, and Green has stayed on side here, just to the left-hand side. He needs support. Reed is inside the area. He's got Howell inside, and now he's found Jamie Hand short. Jamie Hand, low pass towards Clements on the edge of the area, where he's prolific from here at Keys Park. Sprays it wide to the right-hand side for Andy Todd. One touch to set himself. It's a poor ball in, but it's still found its way to Stevenson. Stevenson still has possession to the right of the area. Todd's there as well. Stevenson puts the cross in. Now Clements on the edge of the box. Clements shoots, and it's just over. A good opportunity there for Mansfield Town. Goal kick to Hednesford. Some 16 minutes gone, and it's Chris Clements who registers his first shot against his former club. A goal kick given though. And still remains Hednesford Town 0, Mansfield Town 0. Of course, it took Mansfield 80 minutes to get on the score sheet at the new Windmill Ground on Saturday, as Matt Green's penalty proved the only goal of the game against a strong Leamington side, which really did test Mansfield's water. Don't forget twitter.com/MCFC Matters. And shout out to Wiggy, frequent listener. That's from Luke Sperry, who's got in touch on Twitter. Wayne White as well has also got in touch tonight, saying he's enjoying the commentary. Thanks very much. Back to the play then here, and there's going to be a new football needed, as the other one was booted out of the ground. Mansfield have another throw on the left-hand side, the danger side from Mansfield's point of view now. And will that be a weapon that Paul Cox looks to use? Should Andy Owens, of course, make the starting lineup? Next season. Of course, plenty more pre-season games to go. Shepshed on Thursday, Gainsborough on Friday. Check out all the details on our Stags 12-13 page. Here's Chris Clements, picks up the ball now to Jamie Hand, looks to move it inside once again, but Hednesford have won it back and try and get it forward down the far right hand side. It's a neat little pass to try and exploit some space. Mansfield applying the pressure with Luke Jones, and now Anthony Howell trying to nip in, falls over, and the referee has awarded Hednesford a free kick for a push by Anthony Howell. Of course, again, the game stops once more. Been a few free kicks for pushing and shoving and what have you, but still goalless. None of them have come to real effect. And if we're being truthful, it's probably Mansfield who have had the better chances of the game on 7 minutes and then a couple of minutes ago with Chris Clements' volley. It's Hednesford inside the area, left-footed cross, but claimed by Alan Merritt. The applause is for the good work rate shown by Hednesford. It's Merritt who restarts game quickly. Up towards Reed, his header is good towards Stevenson, who's climbed all over it. The referee lets it go, and the ball will run out on the far side for a Mansfield throw. And the Stags, of course, with that weapon of Andy Owen, which I'm going to keep going on about throughout the night, are more than happy to have that throw in line with the edge of the Hednesford penalty area as well. Chris Clements is around, Andy Owens is around 5 or 6 steps as a run up. This ground is fairly wide in terms of runoff, and so nice pitch here as well. Nice little set-up pitch. The throw from Owens then. It's good towards Reed at the front post. Flicks up into the air. Reed again looks to get it in towards the middle. Pilkington's in the mix. Might fall for Stevenson, who puts it into the bottom corner. Left-footed strike from him. And Mansfield Town do take the lead on the 18-minute mark. It's Hednesford Town 0, Mansfield Town 1. It's Lee Stevenson who gets the goal with a left-footed strike. The throw came in from Owens. It was flicked up into the air by Reed. It was George Pilkington then tried to get on the end of it. His attempted ball goalwards took a deflection. It fell nicely for Stevenson, who kept his head and tucked it into the keeper's bottom left-hand corner with the left boot. So Lee Stevenson again scores, which is ironic really, because in Mansfield's second game of pre-season last season it was Lee Stevenson who scored the only goal of the game against Nuneaton. But he's given Mansfield Town the lead here tonight on the 18-minute mark. Hednesford trail by a goal to nil. Lee Stevenson, the man who scores for the Stags. Get in touch, 07982 865 624 or twitter.com/MTFC Matters. Text in from Loz in Kent. Good start and great commentary. Thanks very much for that. 07982 865 624, twitter.com/MTFC Matters. We're back underway. It's Luke Jones who heads back to Alan Marriott, and that partnership again of Jones and Pilkington is looking very tight back there. Very few mistakes. Two excellent leaders, two excellent defenders. We know all about Luke Jones. There's George Pilkington, who does well to control, and Andy Todd just gets out of his way. The ball loops up into the air from Pilkington's clearance. Captain of Luton for the past 2 seasons, controlled well by Chris Clements. Jamie Hand takes over now. Right foot ball downfield for Lee Stevenson from Andy Todd. Flags up for offside, and again play will start. Most impressed so far, by the way, with that little frontline triangle of Lee Stevenson, Matt Green and Matt Reid. At the moment it has just dropped to a 4-3-3 with Stevenson playing as a right-sided striker. That may change though as Mansfield go forward. Long ball over the top again. It's Matt Reid who's giving chase, and Matt Reid's got the better of his man. Matt Green looking to take over. The keeper's fluffed it again, but he's still managed to rescue it. And up it's Luke Jones who heads it away at the other end. Now Andy Owens with the ball for the Stags. Again Reid's forcing the air, just with Green running off the keeper and the defence, so unsure, and that pressure just paying off once more. Anthony Howell, strong challenge in the middle, clipped over the top from Clements. Matt Green is onside, inside the area. Green composed himself, tries to go underneath the keeper's legs, but the keeper read it superbly well and just kept the ball out. And once again it's another chance for Mansfield, who, as the minutes tick on, just keep getting more and more better on as they go on the attack. And once more it's just everything that seems to go over the top is in towards Green, and Green just needs to find his feet a little bit, because he just tried to slam it down the middle. He could have put it to either side of the keeper, but in the end the keeper read it well, and it was actually a good save. Here's Andy Todd back to Alan Marriott at the other end. Poor clearance from him, but it's rescued by Jamie Hand, who's in there. And the ball's been run out of play by Hednesford on this near right hand side. Andy Todd with the throw in, no options for him short. Luke Jones wants it short now, and he does get it short from Andy Todd. Controls it well. Jones loft the ball over the top. Matt Reid is the target once again, and Reid has not got there, but the second ball should be picked up by Stevenson. It's not, and it's Andy Todd who nips in again to Hednesford, and it's a chase now between Jones and the striker. Marriott's come out, and Jones has done superbly well to hold off the Hednesford front man, and Mansfield are still in possession on this near right hand side. It's Chris Clements who's pushed off the ball by his former teammate, and another throw in for Mansfield Town. 22 minutes gone. Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 1. Lee Stevenson with the goal for the Stags after 18 minutes. Andy Todd with the throw in for Mansfield. The Stags go left to right, Hednesford right to left. It's towards Reid. It's flick on his gun. It's Stevenson on the right hand side who just lets the Hednesford defender come across and slam the ball away for a throw in. And predictably, it is Andy Owens who comes across from left back to take the throw in now for the Stags. Luke Jones trots forward. George Pilkington and Andy Todd stay back with Jamie Hand in the mix as well. So pretty much like Exeter Skowhegan last season, whenever Mansfield have a throw in line with the edge of the penalty area, it's the long throw merchant who will take it. It's Andy Owens who launched it in towards Reid again. Reid with the header off the crossbar. Reid might get another bite of the cherry, but it's headed behind for a corner. And once again, that long throw working wonders. Reid wasn't picked up. His header was dominant, and it was against the crossbar before it was scrambled away for a corner. So it will be Clements who comes across to take it once again. His last corner was a poor one. That was a right-footed in-swinger. This one's a right-footed out-swinger. He's issuing where he wants the players to come. This one's a better ball in towards the back stick. It's Jones who's in the mix as well. There might be a second bite of the cherry, and Matt Reid has blazed over. In fact, no, it wasn't Matt Reid. I do apologise. It was George Pilkington up from the... In fact, Andy Owens up from the back. I will make my mind. It was Andy Owens in the end who had the final shot. It was a good, dominant header down from Luke Jones. The keeper made a fine save actually low down, and the ball ran loose for Owens, who completely missed the target from close range. But once again, Mansfield pushing and pushing to try and get a second goal in this game. Goal kick now taken from Hednesford, flicked on the far side, and it will be a throw into Hednesford as we hit 24 minutes dead on. Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 1 in this pre-season friendly. Number 2 for the Stags, number 3 for Hednesford. Hednesford, by the way, have scored 5 goals in their in each of their last two pre-season friendlies. That's 10 goals so far, a 5-2 victory and a 5-1 victory. At the moment they trail by a goal to nil. Here's Mansfield looking to get back in possession again with Reid on the far left-hand side. Flicked inside once more, and Mansfield looking to drive the way forward. Matt Green will pressure the keeper. It's a poor clearance from him. It will fall for Chris Clements. Nips it inside for Matt Reid on the edge of the area. Reid opens his body for a shot, and it's curling, but it's curling away from the goal and into the top corner of the covered terrace away to our right-hand side. Goal kick given. Mansfield creating the chances as they go forward, but just not clinical enough to take them. 24 minutes gone. Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 1. Great little work again though there. Matt Green pressuring the keeper into a mistake. Chris Clements picking it up, knocking it inside for Reid, setting himself, and Reid should have done a lot better with the shot in fairness, but still he's registering efforts and he looked a lot sharper. The step up from part-time football to full-time football is really paying dividends. He's just conceded the foul down the halfway line. Taken quickly by Hednesford is the free kick, and Andy Todd is there to head away and now mops up after an interception from the impressive Jamie Hand. Up towards Reid it goes again. Flick on is towards Green on the right hand side. Low pass first time inside for Stevenson. He's fluffed his shot under pressure. Still battling, has possession back. Reid on the edge of the area. Todd in support as well. Stevenson bringing it to the centre. Here's Jamie Hand, 30 from goal. Looks to drill a ball into the middle for the arriving Anthony Howe. The attempted chip was poor and it's scrambled away by Hednesford once again. Jamie Hand's still there to try and apply the pressure. George Pilkington intercepts from Mansfield now. Now Andy Todd on the halfway line. Switches it to left back Andy Owens, who takes one touch before delivering a lofted ball over the top directly through the middle. Flick on from Reid. Green inside the area. Hednesford do well to get a touch on it to get it away. Mansfield should pick up possession once again with Todd battling. It's Todd who gets there and now Clements who takes over. Clements still has it, but again doesn't go to get the second ball, and it's Hednesford who managed to play it away neatly, and now they come away in that bank of 4 once more. 4 on 4. Hednesford on the halfway line on the right hand side, chipped over the top, read well by Pilkington, headed away and picked up by Jamie Hand on the edge of the centre circle just to the right hand side. Ball over the top once again, flags up against Lee Stevenson, and it will be offside once more for him. And the offside count probably is up to about 4 or 5 by the way now for Mansfield Town. But the Stags at the other end are keeping a pretty tight back line once again. 26 gone here. Hednesford trail by a goal to nil. Lee Stevenson with the goal for Mansfield Town on 18 minutes. A left-footer strike into the bottom left-hand corner. Free kick is taken by Hednesford and they've stretched against the right-hand side. Todd got caught napping and got just dragged too far central. Hednesford have the ball, bringing it inside now. Low pass towards the edge of the area. Mansfield applying the pressure and forcing the hosts backwards, but the hosts still going forward with a pass again towards the left-hand side. Todd applying the pressure. Poor cross, but Hednesford still on the ball inside the area. There's the left for the return. The shot's deflected. Hednesford still inside the area. Todd does well to recover, and Andy Todd eventually gets Mansfield out of trouble. Great defensive work from him. Mansfield on the counter. Lee Stevenson on the right-hand side. Green inside short. Gets it to Green inside short. Space to run into. Green through the middle on the edge of the area. Looks to poke it wide for Stevenson once again. Does get it to him. Left-footed cross towards Reid at the back stick. Header back in towards the mix. Poked towards goal. It's poked wide from Anthony Howe. Great build-up play from Mansfield. Great counter-attacking football. But the final shot from Anthony Howe wide of the target and a goal kick once more. And that move all started. Credit has to go to him. It was Andy Todd, the instigator. Mansfield were in trouble at the back, and player coach Andy Todd just rescued things with a good clearance. And then once again, it was Lee Stevenson, Matt Green, and Matt Reid linking up with that little triangle which they've played so well in so far tonight. 07982 865 624, twitter.com/MCFC Matters if you want to get in touch. Don't forget to go and say hello to @Mansfield Town FC on Twitter as well tonight. They want your company as well. And of course, many of you getting in touch on Twitter just wanting shout-outs. I've already given a few shout-outs though already. If anyone's got anything to say about the match or who they're looking forward to seeing, or anyone wants to know anything about who's been playing well or etc., just get in touch and ask. We're on twitter.com/MCFC Matters or 07982 865 624. Hednesford on the near left-hand side trying to canter forward, but it's Andy Todd who gets a vital footing and away for a throw-in, which will be taken momentarily by the Hednesford man. Of course, a few of the second half side now going through their warm-ups as they prepare to enter the field of play in around some 15 minutes or so time. Free kick actually to Hednesford on this near left hand side. I do apologise. It will be taken by the number 11. It will be a left footed ball whipped in from the left hand side. Marriott has shouted for it. He's missed the ball, but he's been fouled, and Mansfield have a free kick. But again, we have to say that Todd and Pilkington were in there looking to mop things up anyway. The foul was on Marriott all the same, and play will restart with his boot downfield. Mansfield with Marriott in goal. Back four right to left of Todd, Pilkington, Jones, Owens. Holding midfield three of Clements, Hand and Howell, with Stevenson playing just behind Reid and Green in this first half. And it is Stevenson who's on the ball in the left channel for Mansfield at the moment. Gets the Stags another throw, which the Stags will undoubtedly only be too happy to take. And it will be... In fact, the referees pulled play back actually for a foul central in the park for a free after a foul on, I think, Jamie Hand, and it's he who takes this resulting free kick. Andy Todd urging his players forward. It's he and Pilkington who stay back for this one. And it will be then Hand who chips the ball in towards the middle, right-footed. The target is Reid, headed away. Might find Clements on the edge of the area. Heads it back into the mix rather than going for the volley. Up into the area it goes once more. Stevenson's brought it down well. Here's Lee Stevenson. His shot might find its way towards Green. The flag's up for offside as he tries to dance his way around the keeper anyway. And again, Mansfield causing havoc inside the penalty area. The good free kick delivery there by Jamie Hand. And once again, he has had a more quieter game than what he had at Leamington on Saturday, but he's still been there in the mix. And the most impressive players so far, it has to be said, is it's going to be the most impressive players. Sorry, I've just lost my trail of thought there for a minute. Have been that front triangular three of Green, Reid and Stevenson. However, at the back, Pilkington and Todd especially have been the standout performances, and it's Pilkington who heads away now for the Stags. And again, once more, picked up in the middle by Chris Clements, the former Hednesford man, still waiting for a fee to be agreed. Low pass towards Reid, holds it up, wants Todd to make the run on the right hand side. It's towards Jamie Hand, who's sandwiched away by two. Hand has still got it forward though, did well, but it's only to a Hednesford body. Now cleared, left footed over the top, headed away by Luke Jones, and it should be picked up by Andy Owens. There's a head injury down on this near left hand side. Andy Owens has not spotted it, and the referee has. Chips the ball forward, does Andy Owens, but referee's already stopped play, and Matt Reid boots the ball all the way back to Alan Marriott in the Mansfield goal. The line-up for the second half, by the way, will change entirely. It will still be a 4-3-1-2 formation. It will be Redmond in goal, Beavers, Dempster, Sutton and Benjamin in the back four, with Roberts, Tolley and Poku sitting in front of the back four as the holding midfield three. Lyndon Meeker will play in the hole just behind Ross Dyer and Nick Wright. Ross Dyer, of course, returning to his former club tonight for the second pre-season running. Of course, there was a pre-season pre-season friendly here last time as I battled with the PA once more, and let's just wait for the PA announcer to finish. Really, I can't really battle with it because I'm being put off by my own trail of thought. If you want to get in touch while there's a break in play, you can do. 07982 865 624. That's 07982 865 624 is the number to text. If you want to get in touch via Twitter, you can. We're at MTFC Matters. Please don't tweet my at Craig Priest 14 Twitter, as I won't be able to pick it up until later on tonight. As at the moment, we've got the MTFC Matters Twitter open for you. Let's refresh our Twitter while we're just having this break in play. Emily Sykes on Twitter says, awesome commentary, doing a great job on your own. Come on, you Stags. Not going to repeat the last bit. Ben K, heard good things about Clements. How is he looking? Chris Clements looking very, very lively tonight, having a good game. He's had a few shots which have been very, very close. He's linked up well with the front three of Stevenson, Reid and Green. And we have to say, actually, that as this game's gone, it has dropped more into a 4-3-3 rather than that 4-3-1-2. Here's Clements again, pokes it forward for Reid. Now Stevenson. Clements once more inside for Green. Lovely reverse pass. Green tries to swivel the ball back inside for the onrushing Clements, but it's the keeper who collects it. So in answer to your question on Twitter, Chris Clements looking lively and linking up well with the forward three. Hednesford who get the ball clear once again. Some 33 minutes gone here, and the ball has been hammered away by Luke Jones. And it will be another throw for Hednesford on this near side. And Mansfield scrambling it clear once again up towards Matt Reed, who's in after Hednesford missed the header. Here's Matt Reed, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Reed has put it wide. Unbelievable miss, really. All he had to do was tuck it beyond the keeper. The keeper came out and narrowed the angle. In fact, the keeper actually managed to get a little touch in it, and it has gone behind for a corner. So I do apologise for that, Mr. Reed. And there has been a tweet coming on Twitter about Matt Reed. Seemed very one-dimensional last season, big man to knock on. Is he playing more effectively now he's full-time? The answer is a very assured yes. That's from somebody else on Twitter. Matt Node on Twitter says, Howell hat-trick please, Littling in Kent. Thanks very much for listening. Another corner for the Stags then, after Matt Reed burst through and forced a good save from the keeper. 34 on the clock now. I'm just waiting for the referee, who's just signalling something at the minute, as Mansfield's second half team are being put through their paces by Richard Cooper away to our left. And play will restart very, very shortly. Don't even know what that stoppage in play was for, but it is another Mansfield corner. Chris Clements will take it, right-footed in-swinger. Third corner of the night for the Stags then, as soon as the referee says we can get on with things. Now he does. Chris Clements then delivers the corner, right-footed in-swinger towards Reed at the front post, headed away. It'll be Green who battles to win the ball back for the Stags on the edge of the area. He gets it to Stevenson, pokes it wide for Clements once more. Great little ball from Stevenson. Clements does well to turn onto his right foot and deliver across towards the middle. Keith punches it away. Green on the edge of the area. Stevenson support. Green tries to right forward. Green with a shot. Cleared off the line by Hednesford and scrambled away once more, and the whistle's gone for a foul. So it will be Hednesford who have another chance to have a breather and once again try and get themselves moving forward. Of course, they just trail by the one goal here tonight. Lee Stevenson scoring it on 18 minutes for the Stags. A left-footed shot underneath the keeper, Dan Crane, who made 55 appearances for the Keys Park outfit last season. It will be Dan Crane now who restarts play for Hednesford Town. Right-footed downfield. It's George Pilkington who's left it, headed into the middle by Andy Owens, and he's got Luke Jones in trouble, but Mansfield have scrambled it clear. Now with Anthony Howell looking to drop back and support. It does do so, but at the expense of a free kick for Hednesford, which will be some 35 yards from goal. Maybe an opportunity for a shot, but at the moment it will probably just be chipped in towards the area and be a left-footed delivery. He's gone for the curler towards the back stick, but Alan Marriott has read that superbly well and will bowl the ball out of play now for the Stags. Looking for Hand on the right-hand side, who made that advancing run. The ball cannons off the Hednesford man, and Hednesford are being forced into a substitution area following a injury. It's Sean O'Connor, the man who comes on, and that name, of course, will be well known to a few in non-league circles. He scored a few goals for the Pitmen here last season as well. And we can get back underway in a minute with this throw-in on this near side. 37 of the first half gone. Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 1. You're listening to Mansfield Matters. My name's Craig Priest. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. Here's Jamie Hand, wins possession back for the Stags. Now to Chris Clements, who was a leading star here at Keys Park last season before joining us earlier in the closed season. Andy Todd's clearance deflects off a Hednesford man, and it's Luke Jones who heads away. Now Todd gets clear again, and that ball's coming dangerously close to the press box for a second season running, but it bounces off the top of the home dugout and nowhere near us this time round. I'm not losing my headphones. Some of you may remember that comical moment from last season, and it was in the Christmas podcast, and we'll no doubt get the Best Bits podcast at Christmas as well. Long time to wait, but plenty of audio to go in there as well. Players restarted. The Hednesford throw down the left is cleared by Luke Jones, and now it's Andy Owens who's trying to attack down the left flank. He's been fouled and will get a free kick. Thanks very much to all of you listening and getting in touch. We'll read out some more of your tweets as the evening goes on. We're at MTFC Matters at the moment. It's going to be a free kick for the Stags then. Good to see Stevenson on the score sheet. Sounds like he's improving, says Brad on Twitter. How is Green looking? Sharp, but needs to take more of his chances. Had a good few chances tonight. A Hednesford fan at Crazy on Footy has said, "Come on, Hednesford, up the pitmen" on our Twitter. Nice to know that we've got a few Hednesford fans listening in tonight as well. Of course, we welcome both sets of supporters, but Hednesford fans, I've got a feeling that your evening may get a little worse in a moment, as Mansfield Town have a throw-in on the far left-hand side, midway between the edge of the box and the goal line. It's Andy Owens who puts it in towards the middle. Dan Crane has punched it away. It's cleared off the line following that final shot, but the whistle's already gone for a foul on the keeper, so play stops once more. 6 to go before the break. Mansfield lead by goal to nil. Lee Stevenson getting it on 18 minutes, and of course we'll wrap things up for you with a little look back on the first half as the evening goes on. 07982 865 624 is the number to text, by the way, if you want to get in touch. It's Luke Jones who heads away after a Hednesford punt forward from that resulting free kick, and now tempers are flaring in the middle between Anthony Howell, Jamie Hand and two of the Hednesford players, and the referee has done well to calm things down. Don't want to see that in pre-season, but each game of football is competitive, whether it's a friendly or a league game. Every game is competitive. That's the way football goes, I'm afraid. Mansfield have the free kick. It's going to be George Pilkington, the first half captain, who takes it from deep up towards Reed. Flick on into towards the area is towards Stevenson. Hednesford scramble it clear. Matt Green looking to keep it in play rather than get the corner, and Green has kept it in play on the right hand side. Needs support from Jamie Hand. Gets it from Jamie Hand. 30 from goal on the right hand side. Cuts inside. Low pass towards Chris Clements, who's 30 from goal central. Left-footed drive against the face of the Hednesford man. It's deflected back into the path of Jamie Hand. Mansfield start again. George Pilkington, a cute little turn inside the centre circle. Sprays the ball towards the left-hand side, looking for Matt Reed, who's up there. Now Reed with the low pass towards the edge of the box. It's a good one for Jamie Hand, looking to try and drive his way forward. Chris Clements is there as well, and it's Clements who tries to get the ball now inside the area. Clements dispossessed by the Hednesford man, who looks to drive forward, and Jamie Hand is there tussling with him and doesn't win the ball, and the referee has signalled play on us after a foul by Hand. A neat ball down the left channel from Hednesford, but it's too strong from the left back, and it's Alan Marriott who picks up the ball in his hands. 5 to go before the break. Mansfield lead by a goal to nil here at Keys Park. This is Mansfield Matters. I'm Craig Priest. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. 07982 865 624 or at MTFC Matters on Twitter. Marriott's ball forward, flicked on by Reed in towards Green, but it's too strong is the flick on, and it's the keeper Dan Crane who bowls the ball away. It's Andy Todd furthest up the pitch, looking to put the pressure on. He doesn't do so to enough effect, and it will be Hednesford who play it away down that far right hand side once again, and it will go out for a throw. Tweeting from Martin Shaw on Twitter. Interesting that it isn't the same side as the second half at Leamington. Interesting that it is the same side as the second half at Leamington, apart from Howell for Tolly. And looking at that, you're pretty much spot on, actually. Yeah, it is. That is pretty much it. I actually didn't realise that until that just came in. But yeah, same back four, same midfield bar for Tolly. Of course, Howell replaced him. Tolly will get a run out, by the way, in the second half. He will come in for Louis Briscoe, and Ross Dyer will come in for Ben Hutchinson. 2 changes to the second half side, who actually played in the first half at Leamington. I hope that makes sense, as I was trying to work it out, and no doubt we'll talk more about that as the evening goes on. 42 gone then, 3 to go before the break. Mansfield lead by a goal to nil. Lee Stevenson, the man who got it on 18 minutes. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. Free kick to Hednesford on the halfway line, right in front of us on this near left-hand side. It's the left-back who pumps in towards the area, left-footed. The header is won in the air by Hednesford, and it's Luke Jones who has to head it away. Alan Marriott has called for it and has not claimed it, and it's running free inside the area, and it's George Pilkington who has to recover and slams that ball away and out to the car park. And that was the first real time where in this first half where Mansfield have been troubled at the back, and Alan Marriott really has made a mistake. He called for the ball, didn't get there, but in the end was rescued by George Pilkington. And as soon as we've got a new ball on the pitch, it will be a throw-in from this near side, long from Hednesford in towards the middle, towards the penalty spot. Marriott up there to punch bravely away, and now with Lee Stevenson who looks to win back possession on the left-hand side for the Stags, but Hednesford still have it. They've kept it well. Doing well at the moment are the hosts, who of course finished in 5th place in the Evo Stick Northern Premier last season. On the right-hand side at the moment, towards the right of the area, left foot across towards the back stick, and Andy Todd and Alan Marriott just let it run across the face of goal and out for a goal kick. So as the half filters out towards the half-time whistle. It is the home side who are looking to get themselves back in this game, applying some good pressure. Lots of supporters inside Keys Park here tonight. I'd say around 200, maybe even 300. Lots packed into this seated stand. Lots of Stags fans, lots of familiar faces. Those who aren't listening are listening to us here on Mansfield Matters. Headed away by Hednesford at the moment over the halfway line. Looks to be picked up by Jamie Hand. Doesn't win the ball in the air, and it's flicked forward again by the Hednesford central defender. But it's Andy Owens who rescues it. Left back. First time punt downfield up towards Matt Green. Headed away by Hednesford towards the right back, who takes his time on the ball before looking to shift the ball inside. Opts for the long ball down the line though. It's Luke Jones who wins it in the air. Picked up again by Hednesford in the midfield area. Looking to drive forward now is the number 7 for Hednesford. Chipped down the line once again, but it's too strong, and it should be shepherded away by Pilkington, who plays the pass inside for Marriott, who slams the ball away left-footed first time, but it's straight to a Hednesford body, 30 from goal. Mansfield on the back foot once again, but pressuring to try and win possession back. Hednesford still with it. Chipped over towards the right-hand side. Good little ball. Driven crossing towards the middle. Deflects off Andy Owens. Back to the Hednesford man. Gets the ball to the right back, who has time for a touch, and then a deep cross towards the back stake. Andy Todd has 2 markers, and the Hednesford man nips in front of Todd to head behind and around half a yard wide of the goal. Mansfield still have that 1-goal lead then. Lee Stevenson with it on 18 minutes. Goal kick from Mansfield Town once again. Alan Marriott will take it right forward. Mansfield left to right, Hednesford right to left in this first half, which is coming ever closer to an end. And as I say that, there is the half-time whistle. Half-time, Hednesford trying to see who's got the armband on for the second half. I don't think actually anyone has for the second half, but we are underway. Mansfield right to left, Hednesford left to right, and it's Mansfield who are on the attack first and foremost, trying to pick up from where the first half left off, and it's Mansfield who immediately have a throw in on the right hand side, which Lee Beavers will take. Mansfield, by the way, in this second half have fielded 9 of the players that started the first half at Leamington. Here's Dyer's flick inside. It's a shot there from the edge of the box from Tolley, and it's collected now by the goalkeeper Dan Crane. So it's Crane with the ball now at his feet outside the area and launches one long downfield. I do apologise, by the way, for any little stutters or stumbles as we're trying to figure out which player is which in the second half after Mansfield make all 11 changes. As Martin Shaw alluded to earlier on Twitter, by the way, of course Mansfield starting with 10 of the 11 players which played the second half at Leamington, and in the second half start with 9 of the 11 which began at Leamington. It's a corner to Hednesford, left-footed in-swinger it will be. It was flicked towards the middle, up into the air, and it's Shane Redmond who collects it. Ross Dyer was there for the quick release, as was Nick Wright, but it's Redmond who goes across to Lee Beavers instead. Low pass in front of him is good towards Roberts. Long over the top, looking for the run of Nick Wright, but it's away once more and into the keeper's hands once again. If you want to get in touch, you can do. 07982 865 624 is the number to text, or if you're on Twitter, we're at MTFC Matters. Get in touch throughout the second half. It's the goal kick headed away by trialist Sam Benjamin. It's Lyndon Meikle who is trying to go forward. Headed away once again now by Richie Sutton as after Hednesford pumps the ball back into the Mansfield area. Godfrey Pokey trying to tussle with his man at the minute. And it's Michael Lennon, the half-time substitute, who goes forward. I have actually now got the Hednesford team. I scribbled it down at half-time, but I can't actually read my own writing, so I'll know a few of them, and I'll name drop as the night goes on, but don't promise. I can't promise anything else. Hednesford fan at Crazy on Footy on Twitter said Hednesford to win 3-1. And another question: how has Briscoe progressed so far over pre-season? Never seemed to get over nagging injury last year. We'll answer that later as Mansfield are in the area once again. Here's Lyndon Meikle from Ross Dyer's flick, and it's Hednesford who scramble it away at the expense of a throw in which Sam Benjamin will take for the Stags. And we'll better start making some notes actually on this second half. And the throw-in actually is a poor one. Hednesford have immediately won back possession and look to restart play by hoofing the ball long downfield, but the whistle's gone and Richie Sutton already protesting for something. We'll Just wait and see what that is. Of course, in the second half, Mansfield with 11 changes. Why is there no Briscoe? What is happening to him? Says Wayne White on Twitter. I think it's purely because of the system change in this one for this game. Mansfield have opted for a more central formation with that 4-3-1-2 formation, which means no wide men. Hence why Meek was playing just off the front man. Of course, he can play in that front role, but we'll wait and see. Free kick to Hednesford taken quickly by their man. And now on this near side, it's Elliot Durrell, whips the ball in towards the middle bit. Shane Redmond with the assured collection, and now will bowl the ball out to right back Lee Beavers, and Beavers is beavering on down the right hand side, excuse the pun, over into space. He's got a low pass in towards Ross Dyer. If he can pick him out, does do so, and it's back in towards the middle now once again to Godfrey Poku. Poku is Benjamin on to his left and finds Benjamin to his left. Low pass is good towards Nick Wright, who holds up on the left channel, played on that left wing against Leamington. Wright does well to beat his man Nick Wright into the area. Nick Wright opting for the shot, deflects away. It might fall for Tolly from distance, and it's into the back of the net, I think, and Mansfield have themselves a second goal, and it is into the back of the net indeed. What a strike that was from some 40 yards out. Jamie Tolley, absolutely rasping effort. So it is now Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 2, and from where I looked, couldn't actually tell whether it went wide or into the top corner, but it went fizzing into the top corner, and Mansfield Town have doubled their lead. Jamie Tolley with an absolutely fantastic 35-40 yard drive for 2-0. So Mansfield double the lead and look good for it, and now looking a bit more lively as play gets underway once again. Twitter.com/MTFC Matters or 07982 865 624 if you want to get in touch. Here are Hednesford on the ball once again. Have to say about that goal as well, it was Nick Wright who made it with a lovely driving run. His shot was deflected away, but Tolley knew exactly where to be. Here are Hednesford looking to come through the middle once again. It's John Dempster who comes across to clear that ball away. And Dempster, who signed along with Jamie Hand on Saturday, has put the ball out for a throw, and it will be an opportunity for maybe a potentially a long one launched into the area once again. It will be a long one, which is going to be looped up into the area. Mansfield had that in the first half with Andy Owens. He's now off, and it's a great throw in towards the mix, actually towards the front post. Header back towards the throw taker, whipped in, right-footed, low cross. Redmond's down, deflects up to the air. Redmond up on his feet to punch away. Fantastic goalkeeping, and Mansfield keep that clean sheet at the expense of a corner. There's now 6 minutes of the second half gone, and of course we'll bring you up to date with everything else that happens in this match. Left-footed corner then for Hednesford. It will be left-footed in-swinger. Great ball towards the back post again. Redmond with another assured collection of the ball. I have to say about Shane Redmond as well, I watched him in the 45 against Leamington, and I've watched him in the 6 minutes 31 seconds so far tonight that he's played, and he looks very agile, very fitter than he did last season. Looks up and ready for the challenge to battle for that number 1 jersey with Alan Marriott. Here is Jamie Tolley, who scored that sensational second goal, who picks up possession in midfield again, gets it to Lee Beavers. He's a little slow on the ball to get it over the top, but does deliver it over the top now towards the right hand side, where Lyndon Meikle picks up possession, causing havoc once again. Skips inside his man, delivers the cross towards the middle, headed away. Will anyone pick it up on the edge of the box? Tolley's lurking, but it's Hednesford who scramble it clear. Sam Benjamin with good chest control, the trialist left back, former Nottingham Forest and Eastwood man, on the left hand side, looks to deliver a cross in, deflects up. Lyndon Meikle's there again, he's got support. Meikle's turning back inside. Meikle with a heavy cross back across the face of goal. It will be rescued though by Lee Beavers, who's charging in, who just chips the ball forward down the line and give at the expense of a goal kick. But Lyndon Meikle again there, just dropping off the front two, just trying to get in behind. Looks really creative and really dangerous. He played in a 4-4-1-1 formation alongside Ben Hutchinson, just off Ben Hutchinson on Saturday. Looked creative and looked lively, and that one looking lively so far tonight. Here's Hednesford in possession, but Mansfield pick it up inside the Hednesford half on the right hand side. Ball trickles out for a throw in. Some 7 minutes of the second half gone. Mansfield lead by 2-0. A first half strike from Lee Stevenson and a sensational second half strike from Jamie Tolley, but here are Hednesford trying to change things now on this right hand side. Here comes Elliot Durrell, looks to put a ball in from deep. Redmond will let that sail over his head and away for a goal kick. Mansfield again looking assured in that area. Redmond just takes his time before delivering the goal kick again. I have to say that every member of the Mansfield squad is here tonight supporting the boys. Some of them will get on. Of course, there's more names on the bench, players not named on the team sheet, but on the bench just in case anything does happen to the selected 11. Here's Ross Dyer's flick on through the middle. Now Nick Wright looking to give chase. He's going to put the keeper under pressure. Dan Crane does well to get it away, left-footed downfield. Sam Benjamin lets the ball bounce once, hooks it away under pressure, gets the ball to Lyndon Meikle, who holds it well, looks to drive him inside to Tolley. First time chip over the top is good for Nick Wright, but the Hednesford defender of Ronnie Hoffman does well to get a neat little cushion header back to the goalkeeper Dan Crane, and Hednesford will build again from the back. Here is the left-back Darren Campion, left-footed ball downfield, headed away by John Dempster, picked up by Tolley, now gets it to Beavers at right back. First time ball over the top, Lyndon Meikle gives chase. Lyndon Meikle is in behind, and now Nick Wright will take over to the right of the area. Nick Wright looks to get a shot in, deflects away, it might find its way to Lyndon Meikle, but Hednesford have scrambled it up into the air. Jamie Tolley brings it under control, tries to flick it wide once more. Beavers will again drive a pass forward down the right hand side, but there's no runner from Mansfield this time around, and it will just trickle away for a goal kick. So once again, Mansfield's attempted dominance in the final third doesn't pay off. 10 minutes of the second half gone now then here at Keys Park in Hednesford. You're listening to Mansfield Matters. It's Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 2. Lee Stevenson and Jamie Tolley getting the goals. Mansfield in the second half, by the way, line up as follows. In goal it's Shane Redmond, back four right to left of Lee Beavers, John Dempster, Richie Sutton and Triley Sam Benjamin. Midfield three of Gary Roberts, Jamie Tolley and Godfrey Poco. Lyndon Meikle is playing just behind Nick Wright and Ross Dyer, who returns to his former club for the second pre-season running. Greg Taylor on Twitter says thoughts on who could be the best partnership up front. Now I'm going to leave that one for a while because I want to see how it develops between Nick Wright and Ross Dyer, two big front men with Lyndon Meikle running off. However, I have been impressed from what I've seen so far in that trio between Green, Reid and Stevenson. Good challenge there inside the area from Sam Benjamin. Godfrey Poku tries to mop it now. Richie Sutton with the clearance left-footed. I have been impressed with Green and Reid. Here's Lyndon Meikle inside his own half, canters past three and earns a free kick after he was sandwiched. Mansfield want to take it quickly, but Hednesford just pushing the ball away, and Tolley has taken it quickly. So the switch to the right-hand side for Beavers. Looks to chip the ball through the middle again. It's too heavy for Ross Dyer or Nick Wright, and it's Hednesford who's scrumming it away again. Godfrey Poku with a strong challenge, 30 from goal. Now on the left-hand side is Poku. He's got support from Tolley. Now gets it to Benjamin, back to Tolley again, through the middle. Jamie Tolley with Gary Roberts in support and finds Roberts. Left-footed pass now to Poku, who's just dropped off that left channel. Back inside for Roberts once again. Roberts looking to try and spray one wide, but he's forced backwards towards John Dempster. Dempster lining up the long ball over the top, but it was a good standing challenge from the Hednesford man, and Mansfield forced further backwards, and Jamie Tolley's been caught in possession. Hednesford cantering forward, but it was John Dempster who got across there to make a vital block. And back to Shane Redmond now, who just boots the ball downfield and says, get it out, let's play in their territory, not ours. Here's Lyndon Meikle, chips the ball past his man and now surges down the right hand side to try and create Mansfield space, but the linesman on that far side has judged Meikle to run the ball out of play. Back to that question from Greg. I am going to say, for now, the partnership between Green and Reid has been very effective in the 90 minutes I've seen them play, both the 45 at Leamington and the first half here at Hednesford tonight. However, I want to see what can develop, because don't forget, Mansfield have got Jake Spate to come back from injury. They've got Ross Dyer to bed his feet in as well. Plus, we've got Briscoe who can play up top there as well. We've got plenty of options up front, and not forgetting for the youth team graduate Adam Soms as well. There's plenty of options, and I think that on Thursday night at Shepshed, where Mansfield will probably play a younger side, more of a mixture between reserves and youth, we might see a few more partnerships which could develop. Here is Jamie Tolley, picks the ball up on the edge of his own box, gets it to Roberts, who sprays the ball towards the left-hand side now for Nick Wright on the left-hand side, cutting inside onto his right foot on the edge of the area. Opportunity for a shot. Nick Wright drives one towards goal, deflects into the path of Meikle, chips it over one man's head. Scrambled clear once again by Hednesford, and now they have the opportunity to could play the way out of trouble down the left-hand side. It's a good little turn back inside. Low pass towards the centre of midfield for one of the Hednesford substitutes. Mansfield applying the pressure wave through Meikle. Poku nips in now to try and steal possession back, and he stands on his man well and sends Ross Dyer on his way through the middle. In fact, it was Nick Wright on his way through the middle, and the flag's up for offside. A really good pressuring move there from Mansfield Town. And again, if I'm going to say one thing about Nick Wright so far, I've been very impressed with his attacking movement going forward and taking players on. However, there's just that urgency for him to get a shot away inside the area, which, to be fair, there's probably a few more better options on the cards for him, but that's what pre-season is all about, learning what you can do, learning how to develop. And at the moment, it's Hednesford who are on the ball inside the Mansfield half. It's Jamie Tolley who scored that sensational second, who nips in to get it away. Now Mansfield on the counter. Lyndon Meikle looks to switch it to the left for Nick Wright, and Meikle does well to stand up and block that second ball. And here Mansfield Town, in fact no, it's going to be a Hednesford throw. Sorry, I thought it had taken a last touch off the Hednesford man, but Meikle just to have touched it last, so throwing to them. At MTFC Matters on Twitter, or 07982 865 264. Carla on Twitter says, love that comment about Shane. I'm not going to repeat the last bit. It's now with John Dempster, who comes across to left back to mop up another ball after Sam Elliott Sam Benjamin had been dispossessed. Hednesford on the ball once again in the middle of the park, sprayed to the left back area for Darren Camp, and looks to play a good pass forward. It's low and Hednesford still on the ball, but Mansfield standing strong with Poku, and now Tolley. Roberts will take over, looks to play one of his trademark long balls. It's Ross Dyer who's done well actually there to win possession back for the Stags and keep Mansfield in possession. Roberts, left-footed pass into the middle for Godfrey Poku, up into the air it goes, flicked on by Wright. Meikle looking to chase and put the pressure on through the middle. Poor clearance by Dan Crane, the Hednesford goalkeeper, but the white shirts of Hednesford still remain in possession, do the Pitmen here. But again, in the final third, John Dempster keeping a solid back line, heading away, and now at the other end it's Crane who has to race out of his area and collect the ball on the edge of his box as Ross Dyer was looking to move in, and Dan Crane will just take his time. 15 of the second half gone, so that is by my watch that's an hour gone by my watch, so there you go. An hour of this game played. Mansfield lead by 2-0. Jamie Tolley and Lee Stevenson. Stevenson's in the first half. Tolley's a sensational rasping strike in the second. A really beautiful strike and an absolutely cracking goal, which from my position didn't look like it had gone in, but in the end it had. Comical moment there as Shane Redmond's ball downfield bounced up and smashed Ross Dyer in the nose, and it goes out for a throw. More substitutions for Hednesford Town now then. Mansfield of course made 11 changes at the break, playing two different sides here again tonight. I wonder when Mansfield will begin to just play a settled 11, like for 60 minutes, maybe longer. Maybe we'll see that at Gainsborough. That, in my opinion, will be the toughest test, bar this, of pre-season. Gainsborough lost in the Blue Square Bet North playoff final to Nuneaton last season, have a few ex-Stags players on the books and are a very good side, a very good setup there at the Trinity ground, the Trinity Showers ground, or whatever it's called. And I'll get confirmation on that on Friday, by the way. We do research here on Mansfield Matters, we can assure you of that. Throwing to Mansfield in front of us. They're from right to left, Hens from left to right. Sam Benjamin, the trialist left back, who's done okay so far, gets it down the line, but Hednesford hammer it clear once again. Redmond comes to collect under the instruction of John Dempster. It's Redmond who has that 23 on his back once more, and that goalkeeper's top, boots the ball downfield, right footed up towards Lee Beavers, flicked on towards Nick Wright. Ross Dyer and Lyndon Meikle in the middle. Ross Dyer comes across to the right hand side to take possession now, but dispossessed, and it's Hednesford who come away through the middle again. Godfrey Poku charges forward to try and stop the Hednesford movement. Poku unsuccessful though, and it's cleared by the right boot of the Hednesford central defender, and away for a throw down that far Far side, it will be Lee Beavers who takes it for the Stags. Flicked on by Ross Dyer. Lyndon Meikle and Nick Wright running in behind, but it's Hednesford again who managed to scramble it clear. Headed back into play, but it had already gone out, so it will be another Mansfield throw, and maybe opportunity now for Lee Beavers to use his long throw quality and try and get Mansfield moving, but he's gone short, and now we'll get it on the return down the right hand side. Good sliding intervention though. Good sliding intervention though down that far side for another Mansfield throw, in line with the edge of the penalty area. Lee Beavers again goes short to Lyndon Meikle, gets it back to Beavers, does well to turn and play Meikle on the right hand side. Meikle onto his left foot, onto his right once more, twisting and turning, right foot across towards the middle. It's headed away. Poku's there, does well to bring it down onto his left foot, can't get a shot away though. Might fall for Tolley, it will fall for Tolley. 20 from goal, chip towards the right hand side again. Fantastic ball, great control from Beavers. In comes the cross towards the middle again, queuing up for it are Mansfield Town's amber shirts. Headed away once more, headed back into the Hednesford box by Tolley, and then slammed away. Skewed clearance by the Hednesford centre back of Ben Bailey, and it will be another Mansfield throw, which Sam Benjamin will take just over the halfway line. Got options with Lyndon Meikle through the middle and finds Meikle, who does well to get a pass to Tolley. Short pass to Gary Roberts, who's gone for the shot from distance, chipped in towards the area and doesn't get on target, and it's easy for the goalkeeper to collect. And Dan Crane, who was Hednesford's leading appearance maker last season with some 55 starts, rolls the ball out towards the left back once more, and it's the left back Darren Campen who chips the ball down the line, looking to get Hednesford moving in the final third. Good ball down the left channel once again as Hednesford look to trouble Mansfield, but Lee Beavers and John Dempster doing well to defend it, and it's Dempster who gets it away. Hednesford pick up possession once more, and now they're on the edge of the box, surging into the area. They might have an opportunity here. In comes the shot, and it's deflected away for a corner, and that was Hednesford's real promising move so far in this second half, with 19 minutes of it gone. It still remains 2-0 in Mansfield's favour though. Lee Stevenson and of course Jamie Tolley getting the goals for the Stags. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger corner then for the pitmen here at Keys Park, and it comes towards the back stick. Great delivery, but it floats everyone's head and away for a goal kick. And once more Shane Redmond will retrieve the ball from the stands before taking the goal kick downfield. Mansfield from right to left in this second half, Hednesford from left to right in the second half. 2-0 Mansfield lead, as I mentioned. Get in touch, 07 982 865 624 or twitter.com/MTFC Matters, as so many of you have done tonight. Keep those tweets coming in, you're really keeping me company on my own here in the press box. But really do appreciate your company. Here's Redmond's goal kick, flicked on by Wright to Dyer, gets it wide to Beavers, looks to chip it down the line, looking for Meikle, who's running off the shoulder of the Hednesford defender. Cleared once more there by Hednesford, picked up again in the midfield by Mansfield, but again it's Hednesford who pick up that second ball and play it out of trouble once again. Godfrey Poku applying the pressure, but Hednesford have got it forward, and this is neat one-touch football trying to stretch the game, but Sam Benjamin's got across at left back to do well and deflect that ball away for a Mansfield throw. Good attacking football by the pitmen, but good defensive work again by the trialist Sam Benjamin. And it will be Sam Benjamin, who takes the resulting throw for the Stags. Long, looking for Dyer, who has 24 on his back tonight, with Lyndon Meikle wearing 15, of course, a role reversal in the squad numbers from last year. Don't take anything on these squad numbers, by the way, for this for pre-season. Never do. Take them with a pinch of salt. Mansfield wearing last season's home kit tonight, and no doubt they'll be wearing the new home strip when the Stags play host to Derby County at the One Call Stadium a week tomorrow night, 7:30 kick-off on that one. Join us for regular updates from 7 o'clock. In comes the Hednesford free kick from deep, headed away, and it will be Mansfield with the opportunity again to canter away. Roberts lofts over the top for Nick Wright. Fantastic ball, heavy touch from Wright, but he's still got possession. He's got Meikle in support if he can find him. Does find him with a right-footed pass. Meikle controls well, looks to play the reverse pass back inside for Nick Wright, but Hednesford have read it well and got it away. Dempster and Sutton combining in the air. Sam Benjamin and Richie Sutton pretty much take each other out, but the flags got up, and it will be a free kick to Hednesford actually after a foul for the foul made by Sam Benjamin in the midfield area. Taken quickly, low pass towards this near right hand side. Cantering forward is the right back John Disney, Not going to do any Disney puns, I do promise you. It's a reverse pass back inside, but Mansfield have read it well with Tolley, and Tolley slams the ball away. In my opinion, that's a Mansfield throw. It took a touch off the Hednesford man, and the linesman agrees. Paul Cox barking the orders to Sam Benjamin at the moment, who's on trial. Of course, Paul Cox has had Sam Benjamin on his playing squad before at Eastwood Town, former Nottingham Forest academy player as well, the youngster. It's a good long throw from Benjamin up towards Ross Dyer. Flicked on looking for the run of Meikle or Wright. Neither were there, and it's hoofed away again by Hednesford Town. Should be picked up in the centre of the park by Gary Roberts, who sprints to get back, but Hednesford have slipped it through the middle. Defensive miscommunication sees Hednesford in over the top. 1-on-1 with Redmond. It's a tame shot, so by the substitute, and Shane Redmond has held that very well, read it well. Good goalkeeper, but Mansfield caught in a tiz at the back once more. There is 23 gone now in this second half. Lyndon Meikle on the right hand side for the Stags at the moment, on the right hand side of the edge of the box, gets it central for Poku, who shoots from distance. It deflects away, and it will be a Mansfield corner. So I think this is the first one of the second half for the Stags, something like this, the fourth or fifth in the game, and it will be Jamie Tolley who took them in the first half at Leamington on Saturday, who goes across to take this. It'll be a right-footed outswinger. Tolley scored that second goal. Fantastic strike it was. It's Tolley's ball in, whipped towards the middle, away by Hednesford. It might fall nicely for Poku, but it's just bounced the wrong way and evaded him, and now Gary Roberts has to chase back. Lofted over the top, and it's Poku's furthest back who manages to nip in and defend it well. He's got Redmond there, and he's got Benjamin there as well. He goes back to Redmond, whose touch is heavy. He has to slide in. Will this be the infamous spider crawl from Redmond? Gets back onto his feet, slams the ball away, and it deflects behind for a goal kick. And there was memories there from Shane Redmond of that spider crawl dance at Kidderminster when we were all up on our feet, hearts in mouths. But that one again, Mansfield got away with it and survive once again. They still keep that 2-goal lead intact. Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 2. 24 minutes of the second half gone. You're listening to Mansfield Matters with Craig Priest. It's Redmond's goal kick flicked on by Dyer, looking for Nick Wright in there. Dyer wins the header again, looking for Meikle, but the whistle's gone once more for another foul in the air, and it will be a free kick for Hednesford, which the keeper Dan Crane will come out of his area to take. Takes his time though, just looking to calm the game down. It has got a little bit off tempo in the second half, as it did in the first half against Leamington, but Mansfield still in control in my opinion of this second half. And Paul Cox, I know, was very disappointed with the players that played in the first half at Leamington, and this so far the 9 of them that remain in this lineup are doing very well. Here's Lyndon Meikle causing havoc through the middle again. Just drops in off the left channel and does well to keep possession and get it to Godfrey Poku. He spotted the cross-part ball towards Beavers, who made the advancing run. Roberts is intercepted. Nick Wright to Ross Dyer. Now Nick Wright again looks to take it forward. Meikle. Wright wanted the little reverse pass inside, but Meikle had spotted the crossfield ball and goes towards Jamie Tolley, but the crossfield ball was not in the direction he wanted it to go, and Mansfield have lost possession. It's in the left back area with Darren Campen of Hednesford Town going forward unchallenged with a low pass forward. It deflects off Beavers, and now Dempster comes across to get it away. Back to Campen though once more, who picks up possession on the halfway line. Fantastic vision to try the switch of play. Benjamin beaten in the air. Richie Sutton gets in to pick up that second ball, but it's picked up again by Disney. Low passing towards the area. It's Benjamin who does well to shaft the ball behind for a goal kick. Good defensive work, but again Hednesford on the edge of the box with the attacking right back John Disney is doing really well to feed little balls into the area, and it won't be long before Hednesford get another chance. Mansfield perhaps need to tighten up down this the left side of the pitch in defence. However, we'll get the thoughts of Paul Cox at full time and see what he thinks of the performance so far in this game. Here is a throw-in for Mansfield Town then on the right-hand side, which will be taken by Lee Beavers just over the halfway line. It's a quick one, but it's sharp towards Lyndon Meikle, who's just dropped off. Actually, no, it's Nick Wright now to Ross Dyer. Nick Wright takes over again, looks to get it back towards Dyer. Dyer with a little bit of a comedy spin, but still keeps possession, and Mansfield with it again with Roberts and Tolley. Roberts now has the ball. Mansfield being forced backwards. Jamie Tolley looking to create space. He's gone backwards into the centre circle for Richie Sutton, who takes one touch on his right foot before spraying a chipped ball over the top up in search of Dyer. Now it could be Meikle. In off the back again. Meikle to the right of the area, looking a little reverse pass in for Nick Wright, who rolls the ball across the face of goal, and it will be a goal kick for Hednesford. Dempster, header forward from following that goal kick. Whistle's gone once again. Do apologise if anyone's having problems on 106.9 FM getting a signal. I assure you though that is not a fault at our end, as we are coming through loud and clear online. Lots of you listening tonight and lots of you getting in touch. If you want to do so, 07982 865 624 or twitter.com/MTFC Matters. That's at MTFC Matters. Lots of you getting in touch with your opinions tonight. Keep them coming. You're keeping me company tonight. I'm on my own here in the press box at Keys Park. Throw into Hednesford just over the halfway line on the far left hand side. Mansfield deal with it well, but the whistle's gone after a push in the back from Richie Sutton, and it will be a free kick to Hednesford in what is actually a dangerous area. Some 25 yards from goal. It will be lofted in towards the back stick. Mansfield scramble it clear, but it's falling for a Hednesford body inside the mix. It's a curling shot towards the top corner, but it's over the top of the bar, and that is the closest that Hednesford have come throughout this game. And Shane Redmond, we have to say, was beaten on that one, but maybe he knew that it was curling over the top of the bar rather than into the top corner. Goal kick. Mansfield lead by 2-0. Lee Stevenson and Jamie Tolley getting the goals. One in the first half, that was Lee Stevenson's, and one in the second half, which was an absolute beauty by Jamie Tolley, who signed, of course, from Wrexham closed season. Redmond's goal kick is towards Tolley on the halfway line. Heavy touch, but he wasn't helped by Redmond's kick, which was a poor one, which lacked height, and Hednesford had possession again on that left-hand side. Looking to come into the middle now. Poku has defended it well and now gets it to Nick Wright through the middle, looking to close down the keeper, and Dan Crane does well actually against Nick Wright to blast the ball out and away for a throw-in. I have to say, by the way, that Nick Wright and Ross Dyer, from a distance, look very alike, very similar in stature. Nick Wright with a long sleeve shirt on, Ross Dyer with a short sleeved top on, but from here, under the lighting at Keys Park, it's very difficult to make them out, and I have to say, I'm going to play the bad eye card as well tonight, so I am on my own. Cut me some slack at least. Half an hour gone of the second half, 15 to go. It's the whip ball in towards the area, up towards Nick Wright. The keeper has got there ahead of him though, Dan Crane, and Dan Crane will take his time before delivering the ball downfield again. He's got options to go short if he wants to, has the Hednesford shot stopper, and just rolls the ball out of his own box and plays a dangerous ball downfield, which Mansfield immediately intercept. Nick Wright is offside, but one man who isn't is Gary Roberts, who's charging forward. Roberts will shoot, and it's going to bounce the wrong side of the post, just from outside the box. Again, Mansfield with more opportunities, and just creating and creating and creating. But again, the tempo has gone maybe a little bit flatter than what the first half was, but Mansfield still looking lively when they go forward. Lyndon Meikle impressing, but out of the two sides, I'm going to have to hold my hands up and say that I prefer those of the first half. That I think we are missing that spark of Reid, Stevenson and Green in that triangle up top, in my opinion. Maybe some control at the back as well. Here's Richard Sutton, who leaps high and doesn't win his header. Flicked on by Hednesford, who now have John Dempster stretching his legs to try and get back. Hednesford keep the ball on this near right-hand side. It's a good delivery from the number 16, and Redmond again with a great claim at his near post. Bowls the ball out quickly, looking to try and get Mansfield on the counter, but Lee Beavers has slid in. He can't get the ball forward. Picked up by the left-back, Darren Campen. Back inside, right-footed ball to try and switch possession. Sam Benjamin has read it well, brings the ball under control and stops it dead. Plays it back inside for Sutton, whose delivery over the top could find Nick Wright or Ross Dyer. Both are running for it, and Dan Crane, the keeper, has backtracked and picked the ball up into his hands again, and again starts possession with the ball out. End to end here at the minute, but the tempo is a medium one. Here is John Disney looking to play a ball back inside. Chipped over the top from the Hednesford man, but Mansfield have read it well through Dempster. Dempster with a pass through the middle, controlled well by Nick Wright, with Ross Dyer and Lyndon Meikle up in support as well. It's Lee Beavers who's the furthest forward on the right hand side. One touch to keep the ball alive. Passed it back to Gary Roberts, who plays a neat little reverse pass back inside for Nick Wright. Holds up well, 30 from goal on the right hand side. Canters down the right, looking to deliver across into the area. First bite of the cherry, deflects away. Tries to get it back on the edge of the area. It falls for Roberts. Wants an option, gets it for Poku. 40 from goal, has to turn, and Mansfield will build again. Here's Sam Benjamin on the left. The trialist left back takes one touch before delivering a deep cross. Nick Wright is the target. Nick Wright wins it in the air, but doesn't head it in the direction he wants to. Away once more by Hednesford, should be picked up by Tolley. Does well just to take a neat little cushion touch to Roberts, who gets it back to Tolley once again. That duo has worked well with little short interchanging passes, and it's Tolley who completes the switch from the central to the left. It's Benjamin's looping cross, which is looping up and over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. So again, Mansfield positive when they're switching play from central to left, but not really taking those chances. And once more it will be a goal kick. Thanks very much for you getting in touch if you want to do so. 07982 865 624. So we just lost takeover, by the way, but doesn't matter about that. Sorry about the poor signal on that, but we are online where the majority of you are listening tonight. Chip ball over the top from John Dempster, which Nick Wright will give chase to the edge of the area. It's actually Lyndon Meikle now plays it back inside. Cleared once again by Hednesford, but Mansfield with that movement again, rhythmic as they go forward. But it's Hednesford now who have the turn to try and close the gap in this game and get a goal back. Mansfield lead by 2-0. Richard Sutton comes across and does well to slam the ball away and out for a Hednesford throw. And it will be it's coming up to 10 minutes to go. 34 of the second half gone. So we're into the 80th minute. Well, we'll be in a second or so anyway. It's Hednesford inside the area. Poku does well to defend it, turns well against his man and buys a foul, and although he got it away, the referee awards the free kick and chips the ball towards Redmond, who will take the resulting free kick for Mansfield Town. Of course, they lead by 2-0. Jamie Tolley and Jamie Tolley and Lee Stevenson, the goal scorers. Here is Lyndon Meikle, picks up possession on the left wing, cuts back inside into his right foot, and neat little turn onto his left, back onto his right, blocked off, but at the expense of a corner. So again, Jamie Tolley will trot over and take his second corner of the night for the Stags. Maybe a chance for Mansfield to go and put this game beyond any doubt and get themselves a third. Sam Benjamin and Godfrey Poku, the only two staying back, so that means Dempster and Sutton are in there from the box. In comes Tolley's corner, punched away by the keeper. Might be kept in on the right hand side, or will Beavers let it run for a throw? No, does control it. Looks to turn back onto his left foot, and he's put under immediate pressure, and he is judged to have fouled the Hednesford left back, so it will be a free kick to Hednesford. So again, another set piece wasted, but it doesn't matter because Mansfield were pressuring once more and they had bodies in there. Mansfield regained the shape as players trot back. 10 minutes to go now officially on the stopwatch here at Keys Park. Mansfield lead by 2-0. Free kick will be taken then by Hednesford. Over on that far left hand side, Hednesford left to right, Mansfield right to left, headed up in towards the air, headed away by Dempster. Poku picks it up midway between the halfway line and the edge of his own box. He's fouled though, and Mansfield have themselves a free kick, which will be taken by Jamie Tolley, who in fact is he going to leave it for John Dempster or Richard Sutton? No, he's going to leave it for John Dempster. Of course, had a loan spell with the Stags last season from Crawley, and now, after being released from Crawley in the summer, joined us on a full-time basis. The signing, Paul Cox told me after the game at Leamington on Saturday, pretty much completes his defence with him looking for another left back. Mansfield with Lyndon Meikle on the edge of the Hednesford area. Can't Poku pass forward, and it's again Hednesford who play their way out of trouble from central to right, pumps downfield from John Disney. It's a good looping ball over the top. Redmond's come a long way to come and collect it and boots the ball upfield. It's a skewed pass, but it's Poku who gets a touch to it to intercept, and Jamie Tolley with calm composure to get it to Gary Roberts, who has spotted Lee Beavers. It's a good little chip over the Hednesford man's head, and it's Beavers who will chip it down the line, looking for the run of Ross Dyer now. He's got Nick Wright and Lyndon Meikle in support, with Beavers arriving as well. Now does get it to Lee Beavers, looking to take on his man and deliver across. Turns back onto his left foot, now goes onto his right, back onto his left again, twisting and turning. Spots the ball back into the middle for Tolley, who scored that sensational goal from around 35 yards. What a pass that is from central to the left flank. Can Benjamin get there? Yes, he can. He's got a marker there as well, but plays the nice little low pass to Poku. To 25 from goal. In comes a curling cross, headed away by Hednesford. Lyndon Meikle trying to pick up possession. Jamie Tolley does so and gets it to Roberts once again. Man on his shoulder, shoots the ball down the right hand side, looking for the run of Lee Beavers. Headed away. Lyndon Meikle in the mix once again. Can't pick up possession and get it to an amber shirt, and it will be the white shirt of Hednesford Town who played out of trouble. John Disney looking to loft one over the top. It is a strong ball as well, and it's 2-on-1 in Mansfield's favour, and it's John Dempster who's judged to have given away a free kick right on the edge of the box. It's an absolutely prime position this for Hednesford to have a go. Mansfield will put 4 in the wall, maybe even 5 with Poku linking up with it. There's one man over this dead ball for Hednesford. Will it be a goal back in this game? It's a good save by Shane Redmond. The free kick was going into the top corner. Redmond with a springing dive across, and a fantastic tip wide from him, corner. And it will be another. It will be another corner for Hednesford then. Some 6 minutes left to go then. Right-footed outswinger, Redmond up, misses the ball. It falls for a Hednesford player onto the edge of the box now. Opportunity to shoot. It's driven towards goal, headed away by Dempster. Brave defending from him. Now it's with Sam Benjamin and Godfrey Poku back in front. It's Godfrey Poku who wins it on this near left-hand side. Low pass towards Lyndon Meikle. Lets the ball run over his feet. First time ball is good towards Nick Wright. Can he round the keeper? No, that is brave goalkeeping that by the goalkeeper, Dan Crane. Fantastic work from Mansfield from the left. Godfrey Poku, a hard, sharp pass towards Meikle. Let the ball run across his foot. First time interchanging pass for Nick Wright, but the goalkeeper had read it all day long and just sprinted off his line to get that ball first. So it will be now with Dan Crane, who has the ball at his feet on the edge of his box, delivers it downfield, headed away by John Dempster. Should be picked up by Roberts, but it's not. It's picked up by a white shirt of Hednesford. Poku going in there to try and cause havoc once again. Pushed across to the far left-hand side. Right-footed cross comes in towards the edge of the area. Low pass is in towards the box. Hednesford have opportunities to get a shot away here, but it's Jamie Tolley and Godfrey Poku who combine to clear for the Stags. Poku with the right-footed pass towards Lyndon Meikle on the left again. Meikle ups the pace gear, turns back onto his right-hand side, chips the ball through the middle. Ross Dyer was the furthest forward, but couldn't get on the end of it, and it'll be Dan Crane who picks the ball up and bowls the ball out towards the left back once again, and Hednesford will look to canter forward. Of course, it finished 3-2 here last season. Mansfield the victors, with Matt Green, Louis Briscoe and Tom Naylor scoring the goals. Chris Clements came very close to equalising the very last seconds of the game, with Alan Marriott making a superb save, but this time round it looks more like Mansfield who have been in more control of the game, although Hednesford, to be fair, with 3 consecutive playoff finishes in the last 3 seasons, have had their moments and have threatened. Here is Sam Benjamin from Poku's pass on the left-hand side. Benjamin, the trialist, looks to either play a short pass inside, does so to the edge of the area for Ross Dyer, gets it back to Tolley on the edge of the centre circle, sprays the ball to the advancing Lee Beavers, who takes one touch before delivering across towards the middle. No Mansfield player in there, and it's dominantly headed away by Hednesford once more on the edge of the Hednesford box, chipped forward right-footed. Mansfield now have 3 players at the back against Hednesford's 2 forward, and it's Hednesford's 2 forward who are winning it. Mansfield getting bodies back, but Hednesford still on the charge. Little reverse passes cleared half by John Dempster and half by Jamie Tolley. It's Tolley who's on the ball now to Lee Beavers. John Dempster just got that little touch in it just to divert it away from the Hednesford man. On the right hand side, back to Beavers and Dempster once more. Clipped over the top. Lyndon Meikle the furthest forward, looking to get on the end of it if he can. It's Nick Wright who picks up the second ball. Wright charging through the middle. He's got Dyer and Meikle in support. Wright going it alone onto his right foot. Will he shoot and score? He'll shoot, but he won't score. It's for a goal kick again. And yet another opportunity which Nick Wright has created but not managed to take. And again, Lyndon Meikle and Ross Dyer were there in support. But another good and to credit to him, actually, it was a very good, strong, dominant run, and he deserved to have a go on that one, having taken on 2 players. But all the same, goal kick given, and it will be Dan Crane, the man who takes that goal kick. Hednesford left to right, Mansfield right to left into the final 3 minutes now. 42 of the second half gone. Beavers at right back for the Stags. Chips the ball forward. Headed away by John Dempster after Hednesford had pumped it back into Mansfield territory. Now with Lyndon Meikle looking to control it in a central role at the moment. Hednesford again from central to right back have space and have time to create something here with John Disney. Chips through the middle. Held up well, but again it's Tolley who nips in for the second ball, hammers it away first time, left-footed on the volley, but again it's not picked up by Mansfield, and Hednesford will build again from central to left back this time, just over the halfway line with a low crisp pass forward to the central position, forced back wide left once again. Mansfield getting bodies back but applying little pressure. Chip forward once again from Hednesford. Again, Mansfield have left far too much space on this near side, and it's Hednesford on the ball. A chip crossing towards the back stick. He's going to evade everyone and trickle out for a goal kick. But once again, Hednesford had spotted the space on this near side. A fantastic ball to lift it across to this near side for the Hednesford substitute. Had time and space to either drive or clip and across. He opted for the latter. It was too strong. It is behind for a goal kick. 2 minutes to go in this pre-season friendly here at Keys Park, and it is Hednesford 0, Mansfield Town 2. Lee Stevenson and Jamie Tolley with the goals for the Stags. We'll get the thoughts of Paul Cox at the full-time whistle. It's Redmond who was going to take the goal kick, but I think it's going to be Hednesford who are going to go ahead and make another change in a moment or so. Don't quite know what it is. No number on his back and don't have the team sheet anyway, but the player going off gets a lot of applause and gets a nice welcome, a nice send-off, from the Hednesford and watching on faithful. Sorry about that little coughing fit there. And Mansfield will get play back underway with Shane Redmond momentarily. Lofted downfield. It's slammed forward again by Benjamin. Mansfield looking to attack down the right-hand side. Got out for a throw. Sam Benjamin wants it on this left-hand side, and it's Sutton who has it inside the centre circle. Opts for the little switch, and Mansfield will get a throw. And with Sam Benjamin on this left-hand side. It's a long throw from him this time round. Flicks towards towards Ross Dyer, and Hednesford head it away again. And the referee has seen enough, and there is the full-time whistle. Bang on, 40.